Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be trying to disassemble the Vosteed Ankylo. Looks like we're going to need T6 for the pivot and T8 for the body screws. Hopefully it doesn't look like that's flared. It looks like it's shouldered. This one's kind of intimidating, I'll be honest. We'll get into it and we'll see what this looks like inside. I'm glad I'm doing it on video, so if I don't know where something goes, I can always rewatch it. Gotta make sure not to press that pivot down. Okay, one. I'm interested to see what this one looks like on the inside. Use my new combat beads driver. Love this thing. A little bit of Loctite. I'm pretty sure the Kickstarter campaign goes live April 3rd, if I remember correctly. I'll try to leave all that in the description. And I started working on the testing of this, and I'll try to have that uploaded for the 3rd. Alright, let's see if I can take this thing apart now. Okay, that was pretty easy. Whoa. So, this is the locking leaf, and it looks like even the detent ball right there. This little piece right here, you see the channel? Goes into the middle. When you press, it pushes that up, and then it pushes it out of the way of this portion right here, I'm pretty sure. So we have this little plate on top of the blade. Let me see. There goes. Oh wow, check this out. So this is the pivot. Pretty intricate right there. We'll set that here. Yeah, I'm probably definitely have to wash this back. Okay, yeah, so look at these big old bearings. That's awesome. Massive bearings. You have the track in the blade. There's your detent ball track. Another track milled into the blade. So here we go. So this is that partial liner. And you have a stop pin right here that holds this out. See, better leave that in there. And then pretty interesting. So this little locking leaf right here, I can show you this, goes like that. See how it's got the little ledge on it? So whenever it's under tension, it's in that little spot. Then when you press this, when you press the button, it pushes this down, moves that out of the way, and then the blade can swing. Interesting. And then if you look at the little plunger thing, the two screws, I thought that was like a whole piece that came out right here. Does it turn? Yes, it does turn. So you gotta be careful with that because you want to keep it in the same orientation. Do it right there. This goes across that like that. It's magnetized. That's a magnet in there. And then those are the two screws that come from this side. So let's see. Go like that. Oh, well, that back part, I can fix that. So it goes like this. And then when you press this, I'm gonna hold this just in case. Boop, you're pressing that. And that piece that just fell out is usually right there. Press that, and it's depressing this lock bar. I don't know if this is the same locking mechanism that Riot is using on theirs. I mean, it never fails though. Whenever you see a new locking system, you see you see a lot of them come out of there. So yeah, this is a shouldered lanyard tube. Sits in right there. And now we'll clean it up real quick, and then we'll try to put it back together, see how easy it is to put back together. All right, now we're gonna try to put this back together. And yes, I'm not a brilliant man. Over here to the right, I had a dang X-Acto knife open. Got me on the tip, not bad. But let's see if we can get this thing back together. So I would guess we need to put this back. Looks like it's shouldered right here, because there's a, hold on a second. There's a flat spot right there, so that should coincide with that. This is the button, so go in there, and then there's a bearing, one of these ginormous bearings, go around there. We'll spin it, because I put lube off camera, just so I didn't, I mean, I know how to lube a knife, I would hope. Spin that around. I like just to distribute the lube as much as I can, and I also have the lube on the blade as well. So we're going to go ahead and put the blade back in. Let me make sure. Yeah. Put the blade back in. Oop, that kind of stuff happens. Like I said, I'm not a brilliant man. As Shabazz would say, it's locked in there. Now, this is what I don't remember. Might have to take that piece out. Let's see. Well, I had to get it out with it. Oh, never mind. Drop this down. Hello. Like I said, I'm not the smartest in the world. Boom. Drop the other bearing in there. Use one of my KPL swabs. And we will spin this around to distribute the lube. Okay, seems to be freely spinning. Put some lube underneath this plate. So we're going to probably drop that back down a little bit. Swing this plate over. And then that holds that bearing. And you push that in between there. So, just like so. Like I said, this is held on by a this is held on by a stop pin, the stop pin. All right, so put that on last. I think I can do that. Let's see. So I'm gonna use the lanyard barrel as a locator, and then yes, I don't know if y'all heard that, but that magnet grabs a hold of that little piece right there. I felt it. Okay, it's locked in there. And yeah, it's going to keep pushing out until I put this little plate. And that's what I was saying. You got to make sure you have these holes lined up with those holes. And looks like we do. Let's find out. So that's these two right here. This poor thumb, man. I sliced it on the live, and I just stabbed it doing this. It's not going to have any feeling in that part of the thumb. It's a casualty of war there. Okay, see, I got to move this a little bit. It looks like. Oop. Okay. Let me spin this down. Looks like it's lined up now. Let's find out. Yep. Okay, so now that should be holding the other side. And I'm guessing that's how you know, like if you were tightening up a pivot, the more you tighten this, the more it pulls that together, I'm guessing. So that could cause it to be looser, I'm guessing, or possible blade play. But I gotta say, this thing so far has been super tight. Looks like these two are the same, and this one on the opposite side. So we're gonna go the long screws on this side. This one's a little bit shorter. We'll go on the opposite side with it. And if that doesn't work out, process of elimination. Or I'll just go back and watch my video. I like to reverse my driver till you hear the click. That way I don't cross thread any of my screws. Glad they went with T8 on everything else besides the clip, and I kind of understand with that one just because they don't have a whole lot of space in there. And they seem to be pretty good screws. There's a click. Love this driver. And I got the storage in the inside. Okay, let's flip it over. Last one. And just want to make sure they're not bottoming out, because, you know, if it's too long or too short, that's why this one's probably a little bit shorter, because the other side's the long one. Okay, I think I'm turning the other side. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I might have to put back up on that one. Not sure. Let's see. No blade play. I don't think it's all the way tight though. Let's see how. Woohoo, man. Ooh, yeah. Oh, now that's one thing. It's not tapped for lefties anyway, but for me, where I put my hand, if I'm doing it left-handed, I'm putting my finger on that button, which protrudes out, and it causes it not to, it feels like it's not locking up all the way, but I'm not certain on that. This thing is nice and solid, nice and smooth. And yeah, it was a daunting task at first, but you know, now that I got a good look in it, now I enjoy looking to see how these, you know, how these knives work. And you know, as long as I keep it on video, I'm pretty sure I can usually get it back together, as long as there's not a spring in there shooting it across the room. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this new lock. I think it's interesting. And yeah, it looks like actually that short screw that I was talking about, look in here. That short screw probably goes right here. So I'm going to probably take this screw out and put it right here. But I'll do that off camera. And there you go. That is your Vosteed Ankylo. Hopefully that's how you say it. And stay tuned for my testing and review, which should be coming in the next week. And yeah, pretty cool.